Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, we love to try to connect the dots around here. We love to try to read the tea leaves. And so what we're going to be talking about is the issue that we've all kind of been very anxious about, which is the United States Supreme Court finally going to accept Snope v. Brown and some of the other associated cases so we can resolve this magazine ban and assault weapon ban issue once and for all? Well, there was a development today in one of the cases that we talked about on this video right here, kind of one of the three cases we need to be watching. And I like what I see in this particular case. So today, let's connect the dots. Let's tell you where I think we are right now, and let's talk about potential great news in the assault weapon ban case. Okay, hey, before we get going too far down the road we're going down, let's remember that this video is being brought to you by the Sonoran Desert Institute. That's right, get ready to start arming yourself with education today. Get ready to start launching your career in the firearms industry today. And most importantly, get ready to start defending the inalienable rights of millions of Americans nationwide, all through our most powerful act, which of course is education. Listen, the Sonoran Desert Institute has a program, certificate, or degree for just about anything that you may need. So for more information, check them out in the description box below, or easier yet, just visit them at sdi.edu. Okay, America, we are talking about Snope v. Brown, but actually what we're talking about is Gray v. Jennings, and then of course we're going to have to include in that Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island. For those of you who geeked out on this video, and if you haven't, we'll link it up down below, that's kind of the holy trifecta we see here of cases that could be consolidated if the Supreme Court is actually going to take this issue. Now, as we know, in the matter of Gray v. Jennings, which is Delaware's assault weapon ban, the state of Delaware had drug its feet and asked for an extension and finally got their reply brief in. Under Court Rule 15, Supreme Court Rule 15, that case now cannot be distributed out for conference for a minimum of 14 days, okay? Which means there's at least 14 days, and in this case, there's probably about 11 or 12 days left before they could even think about sending it out to conference, unless the opposing side under Rule 15.5 says, no big deal. Yeah, I understand we have up to 14 days, but if you want to go ahead and send it out to conference right now, that's what you could do. The rule specifically, Supreme Court Rule 15.5 reads as follows. The clerk will distribute the petition to the court for its consideration upon receiving an express waiver of the right to file a brief in opposition, or if no waiver or brief in opposition is filed, upon the expiration of the time allowed for filing. If a brief in opposition is timely filed, the clerk will distribute the petition, brief in opposition, and any other reply brief to the court for its consideration no less than 14 days after the brief in opposition is filed, unless the petitioner expressly waives the 14-day waiting period. Which means, in the matter of Gray v. Jennings, the petitioners there could actually get an additional 14 days before it even gets sent out to conference to file a reply brief. Or they could just say, let her rip. And that is what the plaintiff's attorneys have done, because we have a filing today on the Supreme Court docket. Saw it this morning, had to run around and play lawyer for a while. Sorry about that. And so I'm recording this now in the evening on Monday. But right here from plaintiff's counsel, Cooper and Kirk, great name, no relation. I want you to know that this is the communications they had with the United States Supreme Court today. In accordance with this court's rule 15.5, petitioners hereby waive the 14-day waiting period for distribution of the petition and request that the petition be distributed on December 24th, 2024 for the conference on January 10th, 2025. Petitioners will file their reply brief on December 20th, 2024. This is big news because they are basically telling the court clerks, go ahead and send it out. We want this issue to be heard right after the first of the year. Kudos to the attorneys over at Cooper and Kirk. It's a nice little strategical move. It's the right move, and they're going to get their brief done. Someone's going to be putting in some long hours before Christmas. So kudos to whoever that associate is way down at the bottom of the totem pole, but I know how that goes. Okay, so this is big news because now we begin to see how all three of these cases are beginning to coalesce around one time period, and so we could end up seeing a massive assault weapon ban, magazine ban, Second Amendment omnibus case that would be, again, the consolidation of Snope v. Brown, Maryland assault weapon ban, Gray v. Jennings, Delaware assault weapon ban on injunctive relief, and Ocean State Tactical versus Rhode Island magazine ban. The dates that we want to be aware of, again, according to the request by plaintiff's counsel in Gray v. Jennings, that the all memorandum be distributed on Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas to everyone on the bench, and that it be scheduled for conference on January 10th of 2025. We're going to link up the dockets for all three of those cases down below so that you guys can track along and geek out with us. If you got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information is down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, cool, let's hear all about it. Click on that link right there and let us know. If you just want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, the ability to do all of that is right down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.